Welcome back, Madcap Toys fans. My name is Kathy, and you are back in the toy barn. I hope you guys are having and had a fantastic week while you're watching this. I'm actually a little MIA today. Daren is helping my son with some outdoor things like helping to build a deck. So I'm going to be taking care of this one. But before we begin, if you haven't already, subscribe to the Madcap Toys family. What are you doing? We would love for you to be a part of us. Also, we do have members at Madcap, so check that out if you want to join us as a member. We provide exclusive content to our members, so check that out as well. Also, hit the bell for all notifications because each and every time we upload content, of course, you're going to be the first to know. And as always, comments, we always love them and we check them out every time we see them. Thank you guys so much for providing those comments. So today we got a lot of stuff to talk about. We do have several items over here that we are going to show off. Also some honorable mentions that had to go out this morning before I taped this. So we're going to mention those as well. But before we begin as well, I would like to discuss with you just a couple of things that I think would be helpful hopefully to you. If not, let me know, right? But let's talk about this for a second. Do you reevaluate your listings on eBay? We try to do it as best as we can. You know, back in the old days when we started eBay, when I say olden days, we started really seriously in 2000 when we were doing coins. I think we were called Low Cost Coin Store at the time. But all throughout the years, we would reevaluate our listings, right? Maybe when we first started out with a listing, the picture may have been a little too blurry, or maybe there wasn't a nice bright background in the back or a clear background. Maybe the description needed a little bit more when it came to wording, but not keyword stuffing, right? Maybe the description needed to have a little more description on how tall an action figure was, etc. Maybe we had missed out in the beginning. So we would go through, and we still go through. I do this regularly often, going through those simple things, right? If an item has been on for quite a while, making sure that the title is where it needs to be and getting up to those 80 characters. The description, making sure that it coincides with the item and making sure all of that information is there so a buyer can consider purchasing. Of course, item specifics now, right? We're going through the item specifics, emotions, filling them out to the best of my ability of what I possibly can put in those lines that are relevant, of course, to that item so people can find the item, etc., etc. Shipping, of course, poundage, dimensions, etc. Before I consider promoted listings. Now, we've been doing promoted listings. Most of our items have it on. But before we start to, a tip to share, to, just up or down the promoted listing feature, as far as the percentage goes, we reevaluate the listing. Sometimes, guys, it may be that your item needs reevaluated, the listing itself. Maybe it needs a better picture. Maybe it needs a better title. Maybe you need to be a little bit more competitive in the pricing, if you can be, making profit, of course, right? There's certain things that you can do that actually can make that visible. We also talk about, and you've heard it from not only this channel, but other YouTube reseller channels that we know and love and watch, that talk about the end listing sell similar for a new item number, etc. We do that as well. We've explained that. Before we sit there and start playing with heightening up the promoted listing feature, we all know that, in doing so, they say it can boost visibility, etc., etc. But it just seems like a lot of times it's just something doing simplistic by renewing that listing to make it more informative, more descriptive, clear, better pictures, maybe a few more pictures of the side, the back, etc., whatever it is, right? Then having to hike up. Because just think, eBay, to be honest with you, yeah, they say it promotes visibility, etc., so forth, but it just seemingly, if you try to put it up 11, 12, 13, as high as 15%, it doesn't seem like it gets any more visibility than it did when it was lower, right? You can decide for yourself. If you disagree with me, let me know in the comments below. It just seems like that it's just not doing what it says doing. I don't see the difference when we raise it several percent to when we lower it. So we try to play the game But let me know what you think about that. But always, first, before you make a rash decision to say, hey, I've had this on 2% forever, for instance, a Godzilla versus Kong Empire, a Scar King, why not try out first, before doing that, enhancing the listing, doing all the things I talked about, see if that works. If it still doesn't move in the time that you want it to move, then of course, you know, either, you know, do a discount on a coupon, or again, you know, go to the promoted listings and heighten up the percentage, see where it takes you. That's my 2 cents today on that. But rather than eBay, you know, scoring the profit a little bit on that because they scored everywhere else, right? Try to do that first, see what, you know, to see if that helps a little bit better. What kills me is Macari, you don't have to do that, right? And I hope, Macari, you don't start that, okay? You guys are doing really awesome with this, with the removing the fees for the seller, etc. But, you know, having to buy visibility, come on, is crazy, right? We don't do that on Macari. We just list as many items as we want, put at the price we want, do everything that we do, and if it sells, it sells, right? And Poshmark, I've noticed you started doing that not too long ago with promoted listings. It's just killing profit here. So eBay, if you want to make some changes this year, and if you're going to screw up the website, at least, you know, consider doing some other things with that money, with some better advertising for eBay, so we don't have to keep losing profit as sellers. Just my 2 cents there. All right, so again, we're going to talk about eBay. Macari got some exciting stuff to share. We're going to talk about some honorable mentions, again, that I had to send out this morning because they had to go out. It was in between one video to the other. We're going to talk about them anyway. So the first one on eBay was the 2013 Mattel Hot Wheels Color Shifter City 64 Pontiac GTO. And I'm going to show you a picture. I love the color shifters. They're really, really nice. They're bigger cards than the average Hot Wheels car. Really like this one. It's from the City series. Really cool. And that went out for $7.98 plus shipping to boot. And that was one honorable mention. And just to make mention, it went out to Stephen. Hey, Stephen, thank you so much for that. And we showed that one. On this one, I wanted to show this one off because this was one of the yard sale, many yard sale items Daren bought when we went to a yard sale last year. So just a little bit of a conversation. Daren and I went to a yard sale. We went to this yard sale before, the year before, had picked up some stuff. The lady called me back around August, said, hey, we're going to have a yard sale around the festival again. We would love for you two to come out to see what we have. We did so. We had bought some Christmas items, some seasonal items, some tablecloths, but we also, there was a big, she had like a little tiny blue bin, and it was full of ceramics, just random ceramics. And I thought, oh, Darren's going to pick that up. And he was like, how much do you want for all of this? I'll buy all of it. And she said, well, this part of it, you can take it for free. I don't want it. And we were like, are you sure? Come on. You know, we're resellers, as you know. We'll put some money down. What do you want? She goes, no, please, just get rid of it. But she said, this little part over here, that mean a little more to me. She said, I want a couple bucks. So we're like, okay. So we paid out a couple bucks. And this came out from one of those trays, which I thought was really cool. And it doesn't really have what do you call it, a design or a brand, right? But it is, and I hope you guys can see it. Isn't that cute? It is ceramic. It is the vintage Persian cat laying figurine. It was white with blue eyes, and it was a 4-inch, so it was just very, very, very tiny, like that big. And I thought it was really cool. And it was kind of bigger than the other figurines that we had purchased. And it went out to Lisa. Hi there, Lisa. Thank you so much. And it sold for $9.58 before shipping. Fantastic, right? So, you know, guys, as you know, yard sales, at least in the Midwest, I know they're happening down south with our YouTube reseller friends. Are already been going out with quite a few of them. Here in the Midwest and Indiana, it's just now starting to get warmer. So me and Daren had talked. We're hoping, we're trying to get our kitchen, we have a brand new home, but she's going to be 5 years old next month. And we, of course, you know, when they do rebuilding, they just do, or when they build new construction, they paint with flat paint, right? Well, after having, you know, kids, grandkids, holidays and stuff, you start seeing the black mark, you know, black mark here, black mark there with hands. And then even ourselves, you know, when you try to move things around. So we said, okay, it's time to get some nice new paint that we can wash, etc. So my son Jordan, Hi Hoarding King, will be coming to our house Friday night to get all of that painting for us. We hired him to do that because he does side jobs and everything. If you're in the local area, he lives in Bloomington. I can give you information, PM him if you want him to do something for you. So he could fit in between his clients, us, this weekend. So we're going to get that remodeled. But in doing so, you know, we had to get some of this stuff done and out of the way. But we're going to try our very best, hopefully this Saturday, if we can come up with some yard sales Saturday and or Sunday, to be able to go out and see if there's any available. So sometimes, like I said, around here in our state, usually it heading towards, you know, May, Mother's Day, when school gets out, that's when they really start kicking in. So maybe we'll get lucky. I don't know. We shall see, and we'll let you know as well. Okay, here's another one. And it's going out to Jeff. Hey there, Jeff. This is the 2003 Hasbro G.I. Joe Cobra Televiper. Really, really nice. Came with his, came with no weapons, but just came with that helmet and things like that. Really nice. Again, going out to Jeff. And Jeff got a best offer. I think Daren took a slight offer there. And so he went out in the AM today. And it sold for $9.49. Thank you so much there. And other than that, I think that was all. Oh, here's a couple more. Well, here's one more, because I remember not doing this one. If I did, just correct me if I'm wrong. This one is a 1995 Chapman Green Orc Slime or Ogre Savage Beast Raider Fighter action figure. He was in the odds and ends tote. Really cool. And it sold for $9.98. And just pulling this up here. You can hear a lot of the traffic out there today. It's been busy. School's getting out. And it sold to Ryan. Thank you so much, Ryan, for that. So those were our honorable mentions. There may have been a couple that have slipped through the cracks, but those were at least the basic ones that I knew that I had to get out today. So I wanted to share that with you. So let's start with Macari. Let's start from there. We made a few sales there. We also sold a bundle, and I'm going to have to get Daren to, when he gets home helping my youngest son, to help find that. And then I will try to do my best on the next video to do an honorable mention shout out in regards to that on the bundle there. It was a bunch of coins, about 8 coins, mostly nickels. But we still, of course, want to share that, and we'll do that on the next video. So first up on Macari, we sold a 2007 Star Wars Unleashed Battle Pack single Stormtrooper action figure. And I gotta click view order here. And it sold for $9. And it sold to Dustin. Thank you so much for that. Very, very nice. We only have one more of these. We had bought these different ones, the Unleashed series, in a lot, and he is next to the last to leave, so we just got one more of this lot, and we are all sold out of these. Thank you so much for that. And then our second one on Macari, and this just sold this morning, but I found it. I thought we're going to get it out today. We're going to make it quick. This is the Fallout, or Funko 5-star Fallout Vault Boy Pyromaniac. If you can see here, if you open it up very gently, you can see the Funko right there on the inside, right? Really cool. And this Funko this morning went out to Peter. Hey there, Peter. For $9. Really, really nice. Going out to you, of course, Peter, in the AM. Thank you so much. And I believe that was all in Macari for now, except for that bundle, that coin bundle. So Daren will help me find that and get that out, and we will mention that next week. Those are those kind of weekend ones, you know, right? When you get one on the weekend and you're like, ah, we gotta get it out of there. Oh, I had some people mention while I pull up eBay, hey guys, if you even want to, you know, sometimes we're always busy, right? Sometimes we will watch YouTube, our fellow YouTube reseller friends, mostly while we're eating dinner, right? It's a great time to relax, eat your dinner, watch, of course. And there are times that we will watch and listen at the same time while we pack items on some others. If you guys like to hear what we have to say, you know, those little nuggets, if you're, you know, watching, you know, eating dinner, eating lunch, or watching or working, it doesn't really matter to us. We just love the fact that you guys take that time out to listen to us. So, you know, if you want to use this as a work with me kind of thing, that is great too. I had a person mention that they do that while they're doing their packing and sorting. They have their TV on, they look every so often, but listen to us while they're working. It's fantastic. So thank you for all our viewers. No matter what you do, if you're eating dinner, whether you're working, whether you're, you know, doing dishes, whatever it takes, or if you're listening, right? We do appreciate that very much. All right, so let's move on with eBay. Here we go here. So, Daren, while he is, while we're getting this pulled up here, this is another thing. So Daren is actually, this came from actually another yard sale that we did, I think it was the same day that we got that Persian cat ceramic. He had started to pick up some vinyl, so we went to a church estate sale, and he saw a bunch of different vinyls, and I said, did you comp those or anything? He's like, no, I'm just going to grab, I'm just going to do it, I'm just going to get some different things, I'm going to start learning this field a little bit, I'm going to start building up different things, and one of the things he wanted to build up is the vinyl records. Now, I went to Supply Hut. I didn't go to, but I went to their site, and I ordered some cardboard vinyl record holders. So they should be dropped in the mail, should be here before the end of the week. Actually, today that you watch this is, I'm hoping I get those those mailers, and if not, I'm going to have to figure out how to mail this one out so it's not late. But I did order a bunch of vinyl, not vinyl, but cardboard record mailers, so this can safely go out in a box. So I'm excited to get those. I'm hoping Supply Hut, if you're watching, since I do order from you quite often, do mention that maybe we can get a discount code for our viewers as well for, you know, supplies and everything. So sometimes, you know, discounts always help, right, when you're in the reselling business. So we're going to go to this real quick here. All right. I had to go back from one page to another. All right. So this is the NMNM Sergeant Barry Sadler Ballads of the Green Berets stereo vinyl record album LP. This is going out to Randy. Hey there, Randy. And it's sold for $9.98. Now, I believe, like I said, when we did the yard selling, I think Daren, when he went to this specific estate sale, I think he picked these up for around $2.50. So made our money back, 400%. Very, very nice. And again, going out to you, Randy, in the AM, when I get those mailers as soon as possible. All right, next up, took me a couple days to find this, but it is ready to go, and it's not going out late, so it's a good thing. This is the 1993 Toy Biz X-Men Brood action figure. It was on the right wall. It's going out to Steven. Hey there, Steven, for $10. Not bad. So back in the days of Walmart, when Walmart was selling this, they were selling it on the shelf for $4.94. And I believe this was early 90s, I think, 1993, I believe. So just imagine, you know, if you were going into Walmart that year, you were paying only $4.94 for it. So $10 isn't too bad, ain't too much more, considering it's about 30 years old, right? So very, very nice. Thank you so much, Randy, for that. And next up, and I just found this before I hit record, so that's a good thing. I thought it was in one of my Hot Wheels totes, but it was not. This is the 2002 NASCAR number 3 Winter Circle Race Hood Dale Earnhardt Oreo Cookie Chevy car. And it's going out to Wayne. Hey there, Wayne. Thank you so much. For $3.65. Now, I think the reason why Daren took a good deal on that is because the hook is a little bit wore. It's a little bit bent here and there. We did share that in the listing. But, you know, maybe Randy would just wants, you know, it out of the card. I'm not sure. But it's not a perfect card. But we wanted to kind of give it a little bit of a special to kind of move it as we could. Because we got this in a big lot of cards back in the day when Daren had our toy store in Bedford. So thank you so much, Randy, for that. This is also a sale that came out this morning, too. This is the 2000s. Now, Daren had bought a big lot of these figures. Now, this is in its original plastic, okay? Meaning it was never taken out, right? It's in sealed plastic, never removed. This is the 2000s Funko T800 Terminator action figure sealed in plastic. We have one left, but we did have about 3 or 4 of these. Going out to Rob. Hey there, Rob. For $5. And very, very nice. Thank you so much, Rob. Like I said, Daren probably had a good deal when he purchased those. And I just bought this little lovely probably about a month or so ago, a month or 2 ago, when we went hunting, as we all do, right? This is beautiful and in box. This is the Little Tykes Little Baby Bub Singing Storybook. And it was sold with the Madcap Eclipse coupon, 20% off. If you guys are looking at our store, you save 20% off all month using the words Madcap Eclipse at checkout. Going out to Kaylee. Hey there, Kaylee. For $21.98. Really cute. Very nice where, you know, I don't know if they've got it hooked down a little bit where you can see, but they can press things and things you can make sounds. Put the phone down for a minute. Like that. Isn't that cute? Talks about colors. Very, very nice. So very, very soft. So if babies fall on it, they're not going to hurt themselves too much there. And it makes sounds and it's bright and colorful. So beautiful. Going out to you, Kaylee, in the AM. Thank you so much. And next up, we have Brian that bought not 1 but 2 items. And I think one of his favorite action figures, it's got to be Ant-Man, I'm assuming, because both of these are. So let me show one and then the other here. This first one is the 2000 new mint on card Toy Biz, the Avengers Shapeshifters Ant-Man action figure, and it was on the Atom 4 shelf. And he also purchased, Brian did, the Marvel Adventures Ant-Man 6-inch action figure, Endgame Infinity War. Again, going out to Brian. Hey, thanks so much, Brian, for a total of $48.77 plus shipping to boot. Thank you so much, Brian. So except for the coin bundle that Daren needs to help me find when he gets home tonight, that's basically all we've got ready to go. I'm going to get those packed, get those out in the Tuesday morning AM, because this is Tuesday for us, but it'll be Friday for you, and getting that ready to go. And then we're going to enjoy some more sales, right? Because that's what we do, and that's what we love to do. So I'm excited. Like I said, there's lots of things Daren and I are going to do. The Hoarding King has pretty much moved out. We did a huge trade, so I have some space over here in the pop shelf a little bit. Still have a lot of pops. Sold one, right? But we've got some more room. There's some more spaces. So we're wanting to try to kind of reorganize to get things where they need to be. You know, monsters on the monster shelf, Star Wars on the Star Wars shelf, etc., etc., etc. And make sure more and more of these are skewed so we don't spend wasteful time trying to find things that aren't there, etc. We're wanting to get that shapened up, but I'm sure you guys too, if you have inventory like we do, you probably are better off with us, be more organized, but share that same thing with us, that, you know, sometimes once in a while organization is good. And also a friend of ours, a reseller of ours, YouTuber, you know, he's once in a while will find something that is not anywhere online. Somehow it goes in the disappearing act when it comes to, you know, eBay or Mercari, etc. So it has to get back to the inventory area, the death pile we call it, to get it relisted. So that's going to happen too, because we don't want anything just sitting here for nothing, just not being seen. We want it to be able to go home to someone that will appreciate it, because that's what we love to do. All right, guys. Well, I don't have anything else to say. Again, before you hike up your listing with promoting listings at a high percent, reevaluate that listing. See if it's worth it financially to do that. Maybe it could be as simple as, filling out the title better, making a better picture, a better description, maybe making sure the weight's not overweight or underweight. And it could be that. Maybe it needs a new item number, etc., before you would put it up to a higher percentage. But you be the judge of that and see what happens with that. If not, then you would make that decision later on to increase the promoted listings percentage. But that's all I've got for today, guys. And until next time, bye-bye.